Away from that, let's tell you that the leadership of the Labour Party said it would rescind the decision to hold its contentious national convention on Wednesday as planned. The development comes 2 days after the party formally petitioned relevant government institutions, requesting an urgent intervention to protect the party against further aggression from the Nigeria Labour Congress. In the 4 separate letters written to the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, Ministry of Labour and Employment, and Registrar of Trade Unions, the party also called for disciplinary action to be taken against the NLC President Joe Ajaero and other union leaders who spearheaded the alleged vandalization of its properties. To discuss this, I'm joined by Abayomi Arabambi, Factional National Publicity Secretary, Labour Party. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much, and good evening, Nigerians. Thank you for having me.
Let's start from the very basic for the layman who might have questions. Help us understand, what is the business or relationship between a political party and a labor union, so much so that interventions are being sought?
But thank you very much. Just like in a company alignment, when you register a company, definitely it will now fall under the company alignment, that's the CAC. And the operation will have to be independent of you that registered the company. NLC have been coming forward recently to say, oh, they own Labour Party. They didn't own Labour Party. Yeah, they come together then, with other stakeholders, okay, let us form a political party. And but the party now become an independent body. Just like when you form a company. We have our constitution, they also have their own, but what they are trying to do was just, as a medicine of interloper, or like, someone asking, Satan to come and prepare supper for our Lord Jesus Christ. It's not going to be possible because they are not financial member, number one. In our constitution, there is no place that gave them the right to administer Labour Party. In their constitution, there is no section that gave them the power to administer Labour Party. So where all this, their political hierarchy is coming from, is still a mystery, but I want to assure you, they are not going to have their way, in the end, because they've been fighting us in 2014, and up to today, I think what happened to them then will also continue to happen to them now, because there is no constitutional provision for them, to do what they are asking, Labour Party to give them.
You're giving us assurances, but the NLC spokesman, I'll come back to questions about conventions because that's the whole point of this argument. The spokesperson, Benson Opa, said Abure would not dare the Congress by going ahead with the planned convention. What would be the likely implication? Is this dare something that the LP takes seriously?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, let me educate the NLC. It's unfortunate that together they are now at the dagger down with Abure, because that been issue before now. They have been talking about some forgery, perjury against Abure, which is not new. And this was the thing we took to court upon which Abure was restrained. And then they said we are being sponsored by the APC. Our allegations are fraudulent, and no court of competent jurisdiction has ever found Abure guilty. Therefore, Abure should continue to respect the order of the FCTI court. But the story has changed now because we are a little bit disappointed that when you have the obedient, the Peter Obi, the NLC, some other trade union leaders who have been advocating on a lofty principle of a day of decency, now turn around to say that principle no more realistic and that we should compromise. For us, their threat is just empty because I said they don't have any constitutional provision. What I had expected them to tell Abure is, Mr. Man, there is a pending appeal, a motion for stay of execution filed by their papa against the judgment of the Court of Appeal. But you see, they are trying to arrest the judgment of the Supreme Court, which they are aware that the appeal as motion for stay has been served on Abure. So the only locus, the only person that can challenge Abure function now is allegedly Abide Papa. No any other person, NLC, TUC, trade union will be there. They don't have the constitutional power. Because those two people have been fighting for who is the chairman, who is not the chairman.
All right. Some will also say that at the heart of this argument is, NLC's agitation is a change of leadership. So one would expect that conventions are where leaders are elected, if I'm correct. Are there rules to holding conventions that are being broken in your view, or is everything supposed to happen at conventions?
No, what I would say, for us, we are not in support of the convention because there is a judgment of the Court of Appeal that lifted the restraining order upon which we have filed a stay and appeal before the Supreme Court. But like I said, I want to tell the whole world, NLC has no right to ask Abure not to do convention. They don't have the local standard to do that. They don't have the constitutional backing to do that. Because they were together in this convention of a team. They planned everything together from the onset. But let me tell you the problem they have. They think Abure is not white. They made him to come and sign agreement with them while we went to court. They now agreed that, we are going to work together. And after the election, I will now leave the position. All of us will now go to convention. That was why they illegally supported all the legalities for that 1 year when the restraining order lasted. So why they are crying more than they believe, because they seem to be taking Panadol for the headache of Labour Party. So Nigeria must know that Joe Ajaero has no locus and there is nothing that is going to happen. What is going to happen is they need to wait for the judgment of the Supreme Court on who is the chairman of the Labour Party. We are not supporting NLC, I get me, and we are not supporting Abure.
Abayomi, I think you've made your point. We thank you very much for speaking with us, and we're hopeful that the LP, Abure's faction, and maybe the NLC will use this platform and also speak on their side of things. Thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you very much.